we're going to test each cylinder real quick and just see what we got going on real fast before we go any further with it. So anyway, let's get her started. So the hose is in cylinder 1 right there, screwed in. We're going to crank it over and see what we get. I'm nervous too. I'm going to let it record while we do this real quick. Hang on a minute. Get my keys out here. What happened? What happened? What did it do? It blew the thing off the hose. Okay, well. Hang on a minute. It's running around 120. I'm going to do this one more time because I don't know if this is right or not here. So hang on a minute. Let's redo it one more time. Didn't have it connected good enough. Done it again to come in at a hot 120. I can't hardly read that through the phone lens here. About 125. We'll see, call it 125, 130 PSI. 125 in that cylinder. We'll go with 125. That's cylinder number 1. So I went ahead and I done every cylinder that way. And every cylinder on this side. 1, 3, 5, 7. Or 1 and 3 come in at 125. 110 came out at 5. The back one back there came out at 60. Which is way low. I mean, that is a dead cylinder. On this side over here. Number 2 came out at 90. Number 4, 125. 6, 125. And 8, 125. 90 is okay. 90 is runnable. 110 is a little low. In this case, I've either got worn out piston rings or the head gasket's blowed. Wait till you've got worn out piston rings is put a few drops of oil and the cylinder showing low reading, or about a teaspoon of oil, and crank it again. It's worn piston rings. That oil will seal the piston rings against the wall, form a little seal there, and it'll bump that compression back up to where it should be for a little bit of time. The 90 went, I'm not sure about either here, but I'm concerned about these, and I don't know. So I put a teaspoon of oil in there. We're going to crank it one more time and see what that gives us real quick. And with oil in the cylinder, we're still getting 60. And I put some heavy oil. I put a 10W40 in there. I put 2 teaspoons just in case. So I didn't do nothing. So it should have brought the compression up a little bit. So more likely, my chocolate milk in the oil is from a blowed head gasket, probably at that cylinder. And that would explain why I'm getting 110 PSI on number 5. Maybe. If they're leaking there together. Okay. So I'm probably dealing with a blowed head gasket. Man, I don't want a blowed head gasket. I thought it was going to be a simple intake manifold gasket replacement. And look at this right here. Man. Okay, now the 90 PSI cylinder. Hang on a minute. And with oil in that cylinder, we're still getting 90 PSI in it also. So did I blow a head gasket in 2 different spots maybe? Back there and here too? I mean, is that possible? I don't know. Would you look at what in the world is that? Look at that. So what's going on here? I got 90 and 60. So, this has me puzzled. Oil is supposed to bring the compression up on worn piston rings. Wow. Okay, so maybe it blowed in 2 spots. You know, this motor ran fantastic until one day I was getting ready to go to work, and it was 7 degrees. And I keep coolant, the good shit in this motor. Always have. When it started, that one night when it snowed and it was 7 degrees when it started, and she did not want to start. Oh, she was not happy. And got her started anyway. She ran rough all the way to work, which is not unusual for a finicky old carbureted motor. And ran rough. Got there, and so I got out and I adjusted the choke on the carburetor, kind of, play with it a little bit. Come home, she ran a little better, smoothed it out, but I had white smoke coming out of the exhaust, and I knew then something happened. So did that 7-degree morning kill this head gasket, maybe? The head gaskets? You can also have valve issues. You can also have some bad valve issues, and that'll keep her compression from coming up with low compression also. Some of that back cylinder, I could have a bad valve too, keeping the compression. It's not closing. I could have a burn spot on it, or it could just be wore out. When the compression stroke comes up, it's not holding the compression. It's letting it go out. So that's a possibility too. Either way, the heads have to come off. They got to come off. And the intake. So, 400,000 miles, 400,000 miles, and 20-some years with the same motor, I can't complain. I mean, it's time. It's time to see what's going on in here. Worst comes to worst, I can get another motor, throw it down in here. I've got several blocks. I got one motor. It wouldn't take much to actually get it runnable. It's kind of wore out, but it's usable. So, yeah. Next thing to do is just tear this thing down and see what's actually going on inside. So it'll probably be sometime in the middle of the week when I actually get to that. We'll have to set the distributor top dead center with the number 1 piston, mark it. Then you start to pull it out. The distributor rotor button will twist as you pull it out. Mark it at that spot too as you pull it out, because it's got a spindle gear on it. Mark it there when you drop it back in. Your time, and don't touch the crank on the motor after that. You should be pretty much on, dead on with the timing. Other than that, I'm curious to see what the cam looks like in this thing. The cam and the lifters. That's a high wear area, these things. And keep in mind, all I've ran this motor for 20-some years is Valvoline. Oh, Valvoline motor oil. You buy so many things at Valvoline, you can get you a free hat. That's a pretty cool deal. Or you can get free stickers and stuff too. I love stickers. Stickers are cool. But anyway, all this got to come apart. Hell, she's ready for a refresh anyway. I'll make it quick though. I'm about to dial this thing being down. Leave my baby back on the road. But start tearing her down next. We get the distributor set. That's got to come out first. And then we'll take the intake off. Get the valve covers off. Get the heads off. And give her a good look-see and see what's going on inside of her. Oh, the alternator's got to come off, and the power steering pump's got to come off. All these belts got to come off. And my timing chain cover's leaking, so why not go ahead and replace that gasket while I'm at it too? Shoot, let's just go ahead and just seal her up. A 350 will never quit leaking though. You can put new gaskets in them all the way around, and a week later they're going to leak. These motors love to leave their markings. But, I mean, if we're looking at a major rebuild, I do have another motor I can drop in here temporarily that will get me to and from. And, I mean, hell, it's already unhooked. Really, all I got to do is the motor mount bolts and the transmission bolts. Since the motor would come out, and I drop another one in. Motor swapping these things is that easy. You got about 8 wires, motor mount bolt, bell housing bolts, lift it up, drop another one in, bolt it back up, hook all your shit back up, your fuel lines, your 8 wires, and you're back on the road again. So, I mean, it's no big deal. No big deal.